going on, everybody? It's your boy Birdman, currently taking this right in between a little red that's happening here at the Wing Sprint Car Race at Meridian Speedway. Just got finished running the Focus Midgets at night 2. We had a race yesterday, 30 lap main, and another 30 lap main tonight. And a little quick race recap for you guys. Running the Creven Midget here. Started, well actually I had a pretty good qualifying yesterday. I was decently fast in practice, probably about a 13.7 was my fastest lap. And then I qualify with another 13.7, and that was good enough for a 5th place qualifying. And then we went into the heats. The heat was inverted off of the qualifying. Started 7th out of 8, and I ended up finishing 4th. Avoided a lot of cars that were just going absolutely crazy. Had avoided a whole wreck that was happening on the outside. Passed him on the inside, and then guys spun on the outside, and I had to pass him on the inside lane. And then there's another wreck that happened to me right on the third restart after the third caution. Third restart, I was able to, I thought I had avoided the wreck, and then the guy came up the track and bent my inside Nerf bar. Luckily, not any significant damage to the engine power or whatever, but yeah, very eventful heat race. Basically, I had to avoid everyone. And then another start, I was running 4th place, and then my teammate Casey just was going a little too ham on the cars. He was passing someone on the outside, and I was on the inside, and he thought to dart. He darted to the inside, and I ended up making contact with him because there wasn't a lane for a car to dive on the inside, but he did anyways, and I ended up making contact with my right front to his left rear. Got ramped up, and luckily I was able to prevent the car from spinning out. You'll probably see some footage of that right now. And yeah, pretty crazy heat race. Finished the heat race 4th. Even after all that sideways and having to collect the car and all that, I was able to maintain my 4th place position to the car behind me and finish 4th out of 7th place start in the heat race, which was good enough to qualify me or start me 5th for the main. And then I ended up with the top 8 invert, so starting 6th. So I started the last night's main in 6th place. I moved up to 4th fairly quickly at the start of the race. Caution came out, I got a restart, and just passing lap cars. We eventually got to a point where I was passing lap cars. Finally worked on passing the 16 car on the outside. Succeeded on the pass. I was gonna have it clean and done, but then the lap cars, for whatever reason, didn't hold their line on the bottom of the lane, and they squeezed me up on the track. I think it was like a green car or something like that. They squeezed me up on the outside lane, and I got into the wall, and unfortunately got right rear damage from that. And I only realized that until we were coming into the restart, because the tire was just deflating over the course of the caution. And then coming to the restart, I felt the right rear tire was flat, so I had to come in, and that was the end of the race. Only 11 laps in, unfortunately, so I finished, I think, 3rd to last or something like that. Easily, I feel like had a top 3 car. First time in my Focus Midget experience passing people on the outside. I really like this track because it is really racing. You can pass people on the outside. It's really awesome. And race control is awesome, and I really like Meridian Speedway. But yeah, that was a very unfortunate conclusion to night 1. I felt like I had a really good car, top 3 as I said, and just the fact that I was moving forward was encouraging, but keep on getting results that don't reflect the performance of me or the car, and it's really frustrating when that happens. Coming into today, I was really hoping to basically have a result that matched the performance and capability of me and the car, and we managed to do that. So in practice, it was actually, instead of just a single person qualifying one at a time, it was actually group qualifying. Ended up qualifying 10th, which was not as good as I was hoping. I think I pulled off a little bit too early, and unfortunately I thought I went faster. I actually went a little bit slower compared to practice 1 today. So ended up after the heat race, and the heat race was so frustrating and annoying because, again, I'm the guy having to avoid contact and getting contact made on him, and basically getting a short end of the stick in every single situation. So in the heat race, I started this time 5th because I didn't have the best qualifying, and I ended up going up to, I think, basically about by the end of the first lap, I was in last place because coming out of turn 2, the guy, I just got pinched from my inside and the outside. I just got pinched, and then I lost all my momentum because I had to control the car and ended up in last place. And then after that, it didn't go caution, so I just had to work on passing the 23 car, which was in front of me. Maybe I think it was a 23 car, maybe the 12 or whatever. But either ways, I was really working on passing that guy, and it was so frustrating because I couldn't get the outside pass done because the car was a little loose, and you need a somewhat tight car in order to make the pass stick on the outside line. And eventually I was able to get past him on the inside, but without that contact in the beginning, I probably would have finished second place, third place, which would have been perfect and getting me what I needed, which was a top 10 invert. And we ended up getting the top 10 invert, but because of the poor heat, the heat race results, it's cumulative between qualifying and the heat. So I ended up actually qualifying for the main starting 13th, which bumped me out of the top 10 invert potential. And if we got the top 10 invert, and I should have been 10th, if not even better. But unfortunately, I was 13th. So starting the second main in 13th place behind some squirrely cars. I mean, it's a top 10 invert, so you're going to have some squirrely cars in front of you. And I think in the first, what, 6 laps, I gained like 4 positions. I think I was in 8th place, so I gained 5 positions in the first 5 laps. That was pretty awesome. I was passing guys on the inside, just holding my inside lane. I'm glad I was able to start on the inside. And then I also was passing guys on the outside, I'm pretty sure, which is just awesome. I love passing people on the outside. I love it when a car is able to do that, and I'm just getting better and better every single time I come out and race. So we ended up getting a caution. I managed to finally avoid almost in every single instance of contact or incident or whatever. I was able to avoid it and stay out of the trouble, which was why I was able to move up just every single time there was a caution. Multiple red flags. Water temp was getting high to like 240 degrees. I was really concerned about that because I didn't want, the last thing I wanted was the engine to blow when I was having a really good run. And I ended up finishing 3rd place. After all the cautions shaked out, I actually passed Jessica Bean. She got held up a little bit, but I passed her on the outside, which was awesome because Jessica's really, really fast. And I know she got held up a little bit, but still, it was really cool to be able to pass Jessica on the outside. And just, I was the outside was my friend today, and it was really awesome to be able to run that. So passed Jessica, restarted a couple times in 4th place, and eventually on the final restart, there's probably, 4 laps to go. I knew I could get the 12J, who was in 3rd, starting on the outside. I knew I could get him with me on the outside line. I just needed a good start. In the previous restart, I just didn't get the run. The outside 23 car, who was in 2nd, didn't get the run on the start, so it was hard to do that. But on the final restart, I was able to get that run. Despite him trying to get into me, I was able to, he was like really, really racing me hard, and he didn't leave me any room on the outside. So
nice job tonight, bud.
Thanks, Bush.
Nice job.
Race recap, buddies. So that's Butch. He's awesome. And yeah, final restart. I'm just gonna recap real quick because it's awesome. I was really happy with it. So 12J was sticking me, thank you. 12J was sticking me on the outside and really trying to race me hard. Eventually, he just didn't leave me any room on the outside lane. I actually made contact with him. He made contact with my left side rear area. And I knew I wasn't gonna give up the spot, and I stuck it in and I held the outside. And I was able to make the pass stick and finish the race in 3rd. After that, I think I came to like basically the white flag, so it was final lap. So final lap shenanigans for your boy. 13th to 3rd. Probably my best Focus Midget or midget race in general ever. And it's just because I'm just getting better and better, figuring these things out, especially the Focus Midget, how you need to drive them. You need to drive so aggressively, but also with a lot of finesse. So I'm becoming better and better. Really happy with the results. Glad that we were able to get a result out of all these recent races, F1000 and modified, that truly reflects what we're capable of, what I'm capable of, what the car is capable of, where all these teams I'm partnering with is capable of. So really happy about that, and I can't thank everyone enough, especially Mike Creven, for making this all happen and making this all possible. So thanks for tuning in, everybody, in the race recap, and I shall talk to you probably in a couple days. So see you later.